Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brian Frost, and it's an honor to be standing here in the Milk Lake Ballroom as your Faculty Senate Chair. I'd like to begin by recognizing some noteworthy guests joining us this afternoon. We have Chair of the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents, Jason Geddes. Regent Carol DiCarlo. The university's First Lady, Dr. Karen Penner Johnson. Executive Vice President and Provost Kevin Carman. We have the Graduate Student Association President Tamara Gwynn. And the Associated Students of the University of Nevada President Anthony Martinez. And the Economic Development Authority of Western Nevada President and CEO Mike Kazmersky. Please join me in giving them all a warm welcome. I'm in my 18th year at the University of Nevada, Reno. And like many faculty, I'm not a native Nevadan, but my kids are. All right, we've put down roots. Reno didn't start as our home, but it has become home, and we love it here. Right, to grow a strong, vibrant university, we need strong roots, which are the faculty and staff of this institution. For our roots to strengthen and deepen requires a supportive culture and community. We've seen a disturbing rise in hate and incivility on our campus, and the faculty, staff, and students at the university need to come together, be strong, and stand up to the values the Wolfpack holds dear. We need to embrace diversity, encourage inclusiveness, and show all members of our community that we will not stand for hate on our campus. To quote from the recent Senate resolution on university climate and values, all ideas are not equal, and rhetoric that is divisive and hateful has no place in an inclusive and diverse university community. The Faculty Senate continues to advocate for shared governance and elevating the faculty voice on our campus. We address university-wide concerns, mostly through the work of the 10 Senate committees. We advocated for the climate survey, and now that the results have been released, the Senate, the University Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Dr. Elisa Gordon-Mora, and really our whole campus must focus on what comes next and consider how we can address the issues brought to the fore in that assessment of our campus climate. And there are other issues we need to face as well. For too long, performance pay has been a missing piece of faculty compensation, resulting in significant compression, inversion, and morale issues for our faculty. We are working with our administration, along with the regents, students, and faculty across the Nevada system of higher education, on ways to fix our broken compensation system and bring back performance pay. The University of Nevada, Reno now runs with a different pack. And as we move through our first academic year as an R1 university, remember that achieving the Carnegie R1 designation is not the finish line, but a progression forward for the institution. As an avid baseball fan, I think of reaching R1 as getting the call up from AAA to the majors, or promotion from the English Championship to the Premier League for the soccer fans out there. We've made it to the show, but now the real work starts. We want to stay with this pack. And my hope is that the university will continue to move upward, and the R1 designation will be the expectation, as it is with many land-grant universities. With the achievement of the R1 ranking, we need to recognize that in addition to the outstanding work of our academic faculty and students, the classified staff, administrative faculty, and teaching faculty were all instrumental in helping us reach this goal and are critical to keeping the designation and moving us deeper into the pack. I hope everyone will strive to recognize and support these critical members of our university community. As I turn this over to President Johnson, I ask everyone to be part. Technical difficulty. There we go. To be part of making our institution better, we must demand and help create a civil, respectful, and supportive environment The faculty, staff, and students, working together with the administration through shared governance, can help advance our institution, the NSHE system, and the state of Nevada. Get involved, stand up to incivility, hate, and bias, and make the University of Nevada, Reno a better place to live, work, and learn for everyone. It's now my honor and pleasure to introduce our featured speaker. During his time as the 16th president of the University of Nevada, Reno, Dr. Marc Johnson has led our university through a period of growth and achievement. We've been a Tier 1 university for a decade and an R1 university for almost a year. We are more connected to the community than ever, and our graduation rates, faculty research output, and the diversity of our student body have all reached record levels. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Marc Johnson.
Thank you, Brian. And thank you all for being here today. I see that Regent Laura Perkins just joined us. Let's welcome Regent Perkins. Over the past several years, the university has matured and deepened its impact in many ways. We set big goals and aligned our resources and activities with the needs of our students and our citizens. Some big goals were achieved, and accomplishments are many. With several important goals now realized, this address will describe how the university's achievements in the past few years gave the institution a foundation upon which to build our future. In 2013, the university set some stretch goals. First, to respond to enrollment growth with quality experiential learning and move toward a student-to-faculty ratio of 18:1, the median of our peers. Second was to develop a high-impact research university measured by Carnegie classification R1, or very high research. And the third was to serve as a pillar for economic development for Nevada. Regarding the first goal, in the last decade, enrollment increased here 12.5% to 21,000 students. Experiential learning grew with a number of makerspaces, flipped classes, increased undergraduate and graduate research opportunities, and this fall, we achieved the student-to-faculty ratio of 18:1. This ratio is important to replicate the level of exposure of our students to faculty in learning environments equivalent to our R1 institutions. The university continues to attract well-prepared students as freshmen enter with stronger ACT scores and higher high school GPAs. The number of national merit, presidential, and national Hispanic scholars enrolled this fall is 727. 200 more than just last fall. Well-prepared students find the University of Nevada, Reno to be a university where they can develop their potential in an encouraging and affordable environment. The composition of our student body changes continually. The number of undergraduate students has declined slightly, while the number of graduate students grew significantly. Diversity expanded as students of color now represent 40% of all of our students. The new Pearson-supported online graduate degrees are proving attractive to an older and geographically dispersed cohort. We continue to look for a private partner to help recruit more international students to contribute to our mission of educating globally aware graduates. The University of Nevada, Reno continues to be an access university. Our doors are open to all who qualify, and we support programs in the middle and high schools to encourage students of low-income and first-generation families to attend the university programs like the Dean's Future Scholars, Gear Up, Upward Bound, Trio, First in the Pack, and High School Pell. This year, student financial aid and loans rose to more than $180 million to support these students. Thank you. We are learning through experience that mentoring and encouragement in the early college years greatly increases graduation performance. The university's emphasis on student success results in an above-peer retention rate of 81%. Our standard 6-year graduation rate rose to 61%. There has been tremendous progress in our 4-year graduation rate, which rose to 40%, which is more than double what it was a decade ago. For the first time in the history of the university, we have awarded more than 5,000 degrees last year. Within the context of these great successes, there is one significant challenge: the clear gap in graduation rates for African American and Latinx students. The university is piloting additional mentoring and tutoring approaches to close this gap. We are committed to graduating every student. In terms of national ratings, last month, U.S. News & World Report ranked our university in the top tier of national universities for the 10th straight year. We ranked higher in peer comparisons among national universities by both the U.S. News & World Report and the Wall Street Journal Times Higher Education rankings. So, wow, the university just keeps getting better in serving our students. To the classified employees who greet our students every day and keep the campus safe, warm, and beautiful, to the administrative faculty who mentor, advise, and support the social, housing, and financial needs of our students, to the academic faculty who create exciting, modern learning experiences, and to the student leaders who are full partners in building a sense of belonging for our students on the campus, I say thank you and congratulations for a job exceedingly well done. Let's recognize them all. The second goal of developing a high-impact research university measured by Carnegie R1, very high research, also was achieved in December last year. The classification is measured by expenditures in research and doctoral graduates in all disciplines, including the sciences, engineering, social sciences, and humanities. This classification represents a mature, comprehensive university where all fields of academic, scholarly, and research endeavor really matter. When Provost Carmen and I visited all of the academic departments in 2017 and 18, we got the feeling that faculty wanted to be part of not only a quality research university, but a top-ranked comprehensive university identified as Carnegie R1. The goal has included several objectives. One, to create a richer environment for faculty, graduate, and undergraduate student research participation, making the university a destination environment. Second, to build a research enterprise complementary with the growing Nevada economy. And third, to create a research and innovation enterprise which catalyzes economic growth for Northern Nevada. Actions taken were intentional. We developed a nationally competitive research support infrastructure, expanded our core facilities, and established the new Nevada Research and Innovation Corporation to support commercialization of intellectual properties. Since 2014, we added 235 faculty positions, 80% of which are tenure-track faculty, and 165 funded graduate student positions, plus those added on grant projects. In the last 6 years, annual research awards climbed by 54%, and annual research expenditures climbed by 73% to $150 million. The rankings, the research support services, and funding numbers are important, but the real results of research are the life-changing achievements of research. We have fundamental neuroscience in sight, hearing, and memory, addressing causes and solutions for sensory and memory loss. We have earthquake research to make bridges and buildings more resilient to severe events. We have worldwide recognition for our smooth muscle physiologists in the medical school and research programs to quickly diagnose catastrophic diseases and new treatments and hope for those with debilitating diseases like muscular dystrophy. We have applied work to make our roadway pavements last longer, to help keep our water cleaner, to make renewable energy, water-efficient crops, wildlife, native grasslands, and waterways more sustainable. We're deeply involved in the development and application of autonomous transportation systems. Our colleagues have excelled in addressing grand challenges which improve people's lives at a level recognized nationally now as a peer with Carnegie Very High Research Institutions. Congratulations to the students, classified employees, administrative and academic faculty for these achievements. Let's recognize our colleagues. The third goal is to serve as a pillar for economic development for Nevada by engaging with the community. Engagement means truly embedding the university and the community in true partnerships. Together, we address the challenges of the workforce and industry needs of Nevada. We enhance a smoother, faster pathway for business to achieve innovation and development. We find the needed bridges that connect our community with our campus through arts performances, speaker and educational events, programming and partnerships that improve the quality of life for the people of our community. As a university, we are embedded in the business community, working with all sizes of enterprises. The Nevada Applied Research Center opens the doors of the university for private and public businesses to use our expertise and expensive analytical equipment. Our first client was Tesla. When the larger industries came to the area, the university adjusted curricula to prepare our students for the new technologies being applied. The opportunities for student internships at these companies are many. The Innovation Center, powered by Switch, downtown, just now completing its 4th year, is now the community hub of entrepreneurship where startup companies are spawned and connected to mentors, to capital, to one another, and to the university. The Innovation Center is expanding into the Southside School nearby, called the Southside Studio, where we will partner with Tesla to develop a robotics educational laboratory for youth. Companies also are attracted to our Biosciences Entrepreneurship Laboratory in the Applied Research Center, where they find access to very expensive analytical equipment, which is difficult to find elsewhere. These companies created 195 jobs and raised over $55 million in startup capital while getting started in university facilities. Several of these companies have gained their footing, moved into commercial facilities in the region, and graduated from university facilities. The University of Nevada School of Medicine just celebrated its 50th anniversary, having trained more than 3,500 medical students, residents, and fellows in that time. UNR Med, just 2 years into its transformation as a full 4-year school in northern Nevada, provides patient care and clinical training in an expanded clinical platform involving numerous partnerships with northern Nevada medical centers. Additionally, UNR Med enrolled its 2nd class of their physician assistant training program. Long a medical school with excellent physician education and basic biomedical research, UNR Med is embarking on a significant expansion in the clinical research enterprise with the appointment of a new Associate Dean for Clinical Research and expansion into new clinical research spaces on the northern campus and in the community. The university opens its doors to the public in numerous other ways. Speaker series are offered by many schools. The performing arts connect the community with the university with the community through a multitude of music, dance, and art performances. Our campus museums also open their doors to the public a couple of times a year. Forensic anthropology faculty and graduate students went to the scene of the Camp Fire in Butte County, California, to help identify human remains. Crews from the seismological lab installed the 11th and final tower and camera in the Alert Tahoe fire camera network to help protect the Tahoe Basin from catastrophic wildfires. KUNR Public Radio earned a National Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Innovation for its English-Spanish bilingual news programming produced in collaboration with the Reno School of Journalism, Noticiero Móvil. Cooperative Extension develops youth and community leadership through knowledge-based programs in every county. And continuing education offers educational experiences for citizens from youth at Kids University to elders at the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Wolfpack Athletics also engages the community of sports fans. Intercollegiate sports started at the University of Nevada in the late 19th century. Athletics celebrated the 100th year of women in sports at our university by inducting an all-women's class into the Wolfpack Sports Hall of Fame last month. Yeah. Last year saw record attendance in Lawler at basketball games, and this year all eyes are on the success of our women's volleyball team. In many years, Wolfpack student athletes lead the Mountain West Conference in community outreach and involvement. The University of Nevada, Reno is a full partner with Nevada's communities, contributing to business opportunity, workforce, and community culture. Let's thank our colleagues who bring knowledge and culture to our communities. We've achieved many big goals in our 3 mission areas. We did this together as we emerged from a recessionary period and budget reductions with strong momentum. We focused on what truly matters: the students we graduate, the world-improving research we conduct, the life-changing engagement we have with our community. We need to celebrate the milestones we've achieved and hold on to them as we move forward. We will continue to share the journey together. In the coming months and years, we will come together, listen to one another, and draft what our future will look like. The University of Nevada, Reno has developed a strong, supportive, friendly culture with genuine character. This is shown every day in the way that new students, families, and visitors are welcomed to our campus. The character was demonstrated in response to the July 5 explosion in Argenta Hall. Everyone came together to care for those affected, working long hours to help with immediate and longer-term solutions. Selfless care and cooperation to achieve safety and accommodation were demonstrated as the character of this campus community. Many people in the community have mentioned what a miracle it was that the campus could respond in just 6 weeks to open the fall semester on time. I respond that the miracle was produced by the miracle workers who came together with uncommon dedication to make ready a wonderful learning experience for our students. Let's recognize again the people in housing and dining, police services, facilities, purchasing and contracting, and the literally hundreds of others who responded. The recently released Campus Climate Survey shows that we have work to do to more fully develop the campus character of care and cooperation. While a large majority feel comfortable and safe in their daily lives at the university, this feeling is shared less by those in the categories of our most diverse members, including gender, race, sexual orientation, disability, low income, and some religious groups. A significant portion of our students and employees do not have a sense of belonging here. There are many expressions of incidents of conflict within units. Our administration will develop programs to enhance awareness of these issues and to help provide some of the tools that are needed for the campus to understand and remedy these issues. But it is equally important that all of us recognize that everyone on our campus has an essential role in achieving our mission, and that it is the responsibility of all of us to build a culture of acceptance, reinforcement, and inclusion. All of us can be more aware of interpersonal conflicts and individual slights and proactively intervene to protect and include one another. There's no question that events, both on campus and in our world, challenge our values, such as our speakers yesterday. We live our values every day. On the news just this week, the government of China threatened the entire NBA enterprise in China because one NBA employee tweeted support for the Hong Kong protesters. In this country, we get to express our views and even get to hear opposing perspectives without the government shutting us down. In another incident, Ellen DeGeneres was seen at a football game with former President George W. Bush. Twitter feeds went wild, expressing that Ellen DeGeneres had gone to the other side. Her public response provided great perspective. She said, "We can be kind to everyone, and we can maintain friendships with people we disagree with." Civil protests, challenging speakers' assumptions and conclusions, and expressing opposing viewpoints are all part of the strength of this country as we move culture and policy forward. But vilification and cyberbullying do not add to understanding. At a learning institution open to all, we stand together against bigotry, racism, and hate. But it takes more than this. We must elevate the discourse to seek understanding, to build a culture of respect and inclusion for everyone. One way to have voice in our future is through the development of our next strategic plan. The current strategic plan was developed during 2014 and covered 2015 to 2021. We soon will ask all of you to participate in this planning process. In drafting the new direction for our campus, we need all of your voices if we are to be successful in implementing our next 6-year strategic plan. This plan will chart a course to continue with our strengths, develop new directions to address grand challenges, and respond to the insights gained through our climate survey. Achievement of goals of 18:1 student to faculty ratio and Carnegie R1 took great investment of available resources. Now that these two goals have been achieved, there will be more focus on internal objectives, such as teaching loads, faculty salaries, and quality facilities equivalent to our R1 peers. In an environment of fairly flat revenues, this will take great focus, planning together with administration and academic and administrative units. The university will continue its collaborations with TMCC, WNC, and GBC. We have started agreements in the academic, student service, and business areas. Part of this approach is to design pathways to bachelor's degrees while starting at a community college and finishing at the university. Or, enhancing a 4-year degree at a community college with access of upper division courses at the university. We will continue to pursue these opportunities. The Board of Regents also has offered an educational challenge to all of the teaching institutions. The board passed a rule that Nevada public institutions will no longer offer remedial coursework without at least co-enrollment in a regular college class beginning in fall 2021. The evidence is clear that remedial education is an inadequate start to college, as our own data in early math classes has shown. Co-curricular instruction is different than remedial instruction and requires a higher level of teacher preparation. Rising to this challenge will be both effective and expensive, and we are exploring how to cover these new costs. The university will continue to grow research expenditures and doctoral graduates to assure retention of our R1 Carnegie classification and truly deepen the university as a high-quality, comprehensive university, attracting our faculty and staff to consider this campus as a career opportunity. This will require better understanding among our public and representative bodies that research is important in solving the grand challenges of our time and contributing to the vibrancy of our economy. Silicon Valley and Research Triangle Park are often mentioned as examples of large industry innovation centers located near strong research universities. In these cases, the universities preceded industry development. UNLV, DRI, and UNR are working together to build communication instruments to inform our publics of the value of research to the community. Capital construction and renovation, ever present on this campus, will continue to be an important action by the university to meet the classroom, laboratory, and programming spaces for an evolving campus. Strong programs require people, operating support, and facilities. We have been fortunate to have excellent support of donors, student fees, liquidation of assets, and other institutional resources to achieve these projects. Our development professionals are successfully leading a comprehensive campaign called Building What Comes Next. Thanks to their work and our generous donors, we are well on our way to reaching our $500 million goal. To date, we have raised $386 million. Thank you. Our donors are extremely important in providing that margin of excellence in university programs which state funds and student fees just can't reach. So we thank all of our community foundations and supporters for their support. We could not achieve these results without our donors and our friends in the community. Now, we're committed to building out the gateway area on the southern edge of the campus with a new College of Business and Life Science laboratory buildings and a parking garage. New buildings and older building renovations provide more and more modern spaces to support quality teaching, research, and community engagement. Current renovations include portions of the chemistry and physics buildings and neuroscience labs in Mac Social Science. All are a planned package to make our research labs more attractive and functional for faculty and students. Employees in facilities services, contracting, and purchasing have contributed greatly to the campus expansion, so let's thank them for their tremendous efforts. Well, we haven't gotten to this point in our history without teamwork. We've worked together on our campus, and we've worked and partnered with our community. We have faced challenges, and we have overcome those challenges together. These are defining characteristics of who we are. We work together, we look out for each other, and we strive always to improve our university. This is why we've achieved so many big goals over the past several years. And this is why we look to an exciting, dynamic, and bright future, with many more goals ahead of us yet to be achieved. We will do this work, as we always have, collaboratively, innovatively, and empathetically. This is a time for shared vision as we further define our undeniable value to our students, to our coworkers, to our community, to our state, and to our world. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, President Johnson, for your leadership and vision of the future. Thank you all who have joined us today. I now invite you to partake in the reception at the back of the ballroom. Thank you.